Hello guys, this is John from Razor Edge VFX. So today we are going to be creating an effect, a gunshot impact effect on a human. All right, so we'll be creating this effect. You're going to be seeing here this effect. Now, this is a gunshot to the neck and the blood splatter towards the wall. Some of you must have seen such an effect in movies and all that, right? So we're going to be creating this immediately right here in After Effects. So let's open up After Effects. So here is After Effects 2024, and we're going to be importing in our files. So I would get this file and I'll click on it, drag it over After Effects and bring it in here. And that is the file. So we'll drag it and keep it over new composition from footage, and we'll have our file here. Now going through this is our file. Now we're going to bring in some other assets we're going to be working with. Okay, so basically we're going to have a bullet shot into the guy's neck right here, and we'll have a blood splatter around the wall here. Okay, so let's get it going. So we need to create a bullet hole, and we're going to have to bring a blood asset. So we'll come in here and we'll come here and get a bleeding bullet hole wound. You can find this on YouTube. Just type in bleeding bullet hole wound. All right, green screen, and you get it on YouTube. Okay, download it. Now I'll take it in, bring it here, and drop it down here. Now the next thing we're going to go to we're going to be going to gunshots. I'm going to be going to action essentials. We have different blood splatter, blood hits, and all that. So I'll be using a blood hit. I'll be using this blood hit from Action Essentials, blood hit 4. Okay, and you can find similar things online as well on YouTube. All right, just type blood splatter on YouTube. You can get yours there. All right, you just download it and you can follow through the tutorial. And so these are the things we need. The rest will be creating it right here. So we assume somebody has shot him from here on the neck, all right, because of the way he's turning. So we're going to get to the point where the effect happens here. So let's make it here, say at just here. All right, it happens here before he reacts. Okay, so we're going to hold Control Shift and press D to cut where we want it to start, so we can always know this is where the effect happens, and to the rest of it. Okay, so first thing we're going to have to do is we need to track his neck and track the wall. Okay, because we're putting those blood splatters there. So we'll go to Boris Mocha AE. By selecting this, we can double click, so it will automatically open Mocha AE on this layer that we've selected. Okay, and this is it. So click on the big Mocha sign. All right, so we are in Mocha, and we can leave this. Now we're going to track his neck, and we'll track his neck, and we can first of all click on this to load your files into your RAM, so that it plays smoothly once you're done and it's easier to track. All right, so we're done. We have loaded it into the RAM, so it plays a bit more faster and smoother. So we are going to go back to the beginning of the frame. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to track the neck area where this actually happened. So we'll start from here, so where we can see it more visibly, not here, yeah, here, yeah, so it's going to be shot here. So we'll take our pen tool, we'll click on it, and we're going to go ahead and draw a mask here. Okay, all right, so we have this mask here, and so once we draw it, we can make it come in here, Then we're going to enable perspective, skew, rotate, everything. And we'll just go ahead and press track backwards first of all. Okay. Click on track backwards so that it tracks it backwards until the point where we can no longer use it. All right, so we stopped tracking at that point. So I know it jumped around, but it's really not important because this is the area the bullets actually hit. So we're going to just focus on that area and keep the track, better aligned there. So if it's going here and we see it's folding, yeah, so we'll just take it a little bit backwards, go back to the last frame before it goes down, and the you come in and make it come down here a little bit more. Let it come down here, then track it again. All right, so the track is good enough. It's good enough that area, and we can track forward. Now you can stop the track to make sure that it's is aligned towards there. I know obviously the shoulder would cut off the rest, so maybe you can just move the track to the head area here and capture it, then track again. At this point you are not going to be seeing the bullet hole anymore, so it's really not that important to keep tracking, but you can just move it move the track away to the head here, so in case you see the bullet hole any other time, it still holds on the position. Make sure there is nothing going over the track, and as far as the head is still following the head movement, the initial track that started here will still follow this. All right, because it's what's important is where you started your track, not where you ended your track. Okay. All right, where you started your mask is what is more important. So even though the mask is here, but it will hold on to the position here, and I'll show you in a few minutes. All right, so we are done. Now I'll show you what I mean about the mask positioning, and this is just unique to Mocha. So since we started the whole thing here, so Mocha would only hold on to that position, and as much as you can. If I press on logo, you see this logo signifies where the mask is, sorry, where the real track actually is. So if I move this around, you see that the logo still holds on to that position. Like I said, here is not important because bullets hasn't hit yet. Bullets should hit around here, and it holds on. So even when the mask eventually jumps to his head, it's actually still holds on to that position. All right, although at this point the hands and the bullet hole is not visible, but next time when it gets visible, we see that it still holds on to that position till he falls down. Right, the wiggling thing wouldn't be visible at all. So yeah, so it's just like a quick mask. Okay, a quick track. So we can double click and call it a track, and we put the layer off, and that of the head we can actually either do that through roto brush, but since we're already in Mocha, let's just track it in Mocha as well. Okay, so we need to mask the head. Click on this, draw a mask around okay, you know what, let's let's draw a mask around the head and the neck, this area, just to be able to occlude the blood, like to cover the blood that will splatter behind him. Can press Ctrl A and drag these things in a little bit to make this whole place smooth. All right, and yeah, that should take care of most of the blood that's going to go behind him. We can take it a little bit up All right. Then we can now go ahead and just go to this and click on perspective and track forward. Now you can see it's messed up, but it doesn't matter. We don't need the track. We just need his head, the rotoscope of his head. Okay. So just adjust all the tracks like that. And most importantly, the blood is not going to be everywhere. It's going to be in a specific place. So we don't even need to have a good mask around this right side, but more on the left side. All right. All right. So we can just work with this. We can work with this. And yeah, at this point, like I said, the blood is mostly on top now. So we really don't need more of these masks, but we can just refine this a bit and we can work with this. Okay, for the sake of the tutorial, let's just work with this. All right, you can use roto brush to complete yours, or just do this a bit more better. Okay. All right, so we'll stop this here. Now, for the rest of it going down, we can just from here draw this down and just take this down like this, Yeah, we can click on this to rotate it, just something like that, and shrink it down a little bit like that. It doesn't really matter at this point. It doesn't really matter. So we're done with the garbage mask. It's just a garbage mask. So double click, call it garbage mask. So we're done with that. Next thing is to track the wall. Okay, so click on this, put it off, and come back here and track the wall that we want this to happen. Okay, we want it to happen here. So click on this, draw some things on the wall here. This is the area we want the blood to actually splash on. All right, and click on perspective and click on backward track. Okay, then although forward track is the important one we're going to use, so click on forward track. Now once your track starts to go up, like I told you, if Mocha has started in a point, you can move your track any other areas to finish up the track, but not too far away from the original point it started. All right, so at this point, most of it is going up, some of it is going up, and I want to be able to catch it on time before it starts to wiggle around. Okay, so I have to click on this to stop the track. Click on this to stop the track. I can pull this down, and I equally come here and close this down a little bit. Yeah, so it gets more time before it gets up, because I know the shot will eventually go down. So I'll press this. And if it's cutting off again, you can do the same thing as well. And as far as it doesn't cut off up to 50% before it starts to wiggle, Mocha can hold it off. So you can leave it and watch, maybe before it gets to here or here, but Mocha will still hold off. You can track with information on this wall. There's a lot of patterns there to track. Okay, that's a good track. That's a good track. So if I come here to test the track, I can click here, click on logo, and you can see we have a good track there. All right, we have a good track there. From the wall there, we have a good track. Yeah, we're not going to be using this place that actually wiggled. If not, I can still fix it, but we're not going to be using it. Okay, or let's just fix it. Okay, let's fix it. So what we'll do is we're just going to come in here and adjust this track so it doesn't, the guy's head doesn't touch it. If the guy's head touches it, it will wiggle off. So and just from here, track backwards. Yeah, I know his head touched a little, but it's not enough to spoil it. So it holds off very well. Good. So we can click here off the logo, none. Now we have the wall track. Double click and call wall track. Fantastic. So we'll go back, clean this up, then we go in for the main effects. So now we're back in After Effects. We need to go to tracking data, click on this, click create track data, click create track data, and select wall track. All right, wall track, and press OK. All right, then change this from corner pin to transform. Then we need to go to layer, go to new, create a null object. This is where we want it to, and I can shrink this from here, hold shift, and we'll get it here. Then we can click back on this and change from layer export to null one, which is what we created. Apply export. Now this null has the wall track to it. So let's go ahead and add the bullet wound. Okay, so we'll click on bullet hole, drag it over here, and it's there, right? Now this is something that actually slowly drips down and all that, so we want everything to happen very fast because our shot is very fast. So right click on this, go to time, go to time stretch, and increase the reduce the number, the stretch factor, to like 15. Okay, and bring it in here so that within 0 to 15 this should actually appear and do what it has to do around there. Okay, so but I think it's around this area it should be getting those things. Yeah, so it should happen faster, right? Okay, good. And we'll go ahead and go to layer, go to effects, go to key light 1.2. So click on the eyedropper tool, click on this, select the green to key out the green, and close this. Now we'll place it where we want it to be. Now something else I would like to do is to make this a little bit bloody inside. Okay, I'll make this bloody. I don't want it to be dark hole, so I'll right click on this and go to pre-comp and bring this in here and leave all the attributes and press OK. Now I can double click on this and work on this alone. Okay, on the hole alone. So I'll open up the hole on its own. This is the hole, and it's on its own. Now forget about the green. This is just the hole without any effect on it. Okay, I want to have this place to be open so that I can put in some things on it. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and click here, go to type key here. I go to color key, and I can drag it over it, click on this and select black, and increase the tolerance so that it takes away the black. Yeah, so you have to click on this to see the effect of what you're doing. Okay, if not, After Effects sees everything as black, so it takes away the effect of black. Let's make the tolerance to be 10. Make the edge feather to be like 3. Okay, so if we put this off and on, you see we have a hole here, right? So we can just, for the tutorial sake, we can get any other thing, maybe meat or anything, but for now let's use this same blood. Okay, this blood thing, this blood hits, and if you don't want to be wasting your time going through a lot of things, just double click on it, and go through the area you want. Click on this bracket, come here, click on the bracket, and go back. So if you drag it over here, it will only select those bracketed areas and apply it to your video. So let's bring it in. Make sure it's on top or below, doesn't matter. Okay, it's below, not on top. Then you can bring it over here so you can see you will have a blood texture thing there, right? And yeah, let it fit in. You can press S to scale it up to maybe 110, or let's say 120. So we'll just have that blood thing going on there. Okay, fantastic. And so if we go back to our footage, we'll see that we have that thing going on there. If you click on green screen, click on this, it's looking very weird. We don't want that. We can you know what, we can actually come in here and press Ctrl X to cut this skin. Double click on this, press the bullet hole, Ctrl V to apply the key, and press this to key it off. Okay, now yeah, you have a blood splats there, and yeah, we'll have this. Okay, so if we watch this right now, this is what we have, and it's not good because it's black, and we need to yeah, so this guy is all the way black, so that's, I see the problem now. Okay, this guy is black, so we need to just use the mask, the pen tool, and just draw. We don't need to do that. We just need to, you know, select this color key, Ctrl C, click on this and press Ctrl V. It keys off the black from that, and if you want, you can make the edge, you know, make the edge thin like 2. So you can take off some of the blacks there and make it 5, make the feather to be 5, maybe make it 1, so you can have some little splashes and all that. Okay, good. So what we'll come back to here, we'll see we'll have our messy thing going on there, right? So all we need to do is to press Y, bring the anchor point to the center, press V to go back to this, then go to S, change the scale to about 25. Okay, that is a bullet hole. Place it where you want it, or maybe make it 20. Yeah, place it where you want it, around there. Then we need to create another, this null, we're going to right click and press rename and call it wall track. We'll create another null, layer new null object, and holding shift, we'll drag this here, and hold shift and drag this here, so that this would be the neck track. So we can rename it to neck track. Okay, so we'll come back to the footage here, click on create track data, and select this first track we tracked. Okay, we were supposed to have called it neck track, but this is the first one we tracked for the neck. Select it, change this export layer from wall track to neck track, leave it at transform, apply export. So now this will hold on the neck track. Now by the time we take this and hold this parent and drag it to the neck track and say, hey, hold on to this, wherever you go, this guy goes. That's why we drag this to here. I can see the name is linked to the parents of this is now the neck track. So if we move around the neck, you should see the bullet hole actually following the neck. Perfect, fantastic. So you can see that. So So at this point where we have this thing here, maybe it's because of, we are running out of stuff here, so we can, get this all the way. All right, so that is it. We have our track with our bullet hole there. Good. Now, what next we're going to do is, so this track, this will only appear where the bullets have actually hit him, and what the bullets to actually, actually hit him later around here. So you can see that here. Boom. So double click and make this, bring this here, start with. So it hits him there. All right, these things happen really fast, so it's like that. All right, so now that's first thing. Then the other things, we're going to go ahead and quickly blend this in so it looks good. So we'll notice this image is blurred, so we're going to click on camera lens blur, double click on it, or just click and drag it over this first one, which is the effect, the blurred effect, and it should apply a blur of 5 pixels to it, but that is not going to be enough, so we're going to make it like 10 to see, and it's not enough, so we'll just make it 20. Yeah, make it a lot blurred like that. 20. You can make it 30 because the image is really blurred, so blur it off the more. And finally we can make it 40. Yeah, 40 is good enough for me. All right, 40 is good. Now we are going to go ahead and come here to the effects and presets, type curves. Okay, click and drag the curves over this first layer. Okay, so you can add curves to the effect area here. All right, so click on the curve, drag it over this, on top of this first bleeding layer thing that we have here. Then that should bring in these curves here, so you can take it down a little bit. Yeah, like that. Yeah, so we can have that hit there, right? So you can see it's already looking out. Now the last thing we need to add to it is we're going to click on this toggle switch mode, click on it, and click on motion blur. This for this box is for motion blur, so at any time this moves, it adds a realistic motion blur to it. Okay, good. So we have shot the guy on the neck, and boom, and we have that. Now the next thing is we're going to have a blood splatter. I forgot to add that. I forgot to get that in. So we need to come here and go to Action Essentials. I will look for blood splatter or blood burst. Okay, you can use anyone. For now, let's just get this. Let's use this blood burst. Okay, I'll drag it in. Click on this. Drag it over here. Okay, and so when an impact happens, we can have a little burst, a little blood splatter here, but we'll have more blood from this side. So we can double click on this blood burst, blood burst, and see what it does. Good. So click back on this composition. So we'll bring it in here, keep it here, and adjust it to where we want it to start. We should be around here. And for this black thing you're seeing here, you just need to go to curves and go to this effects and presets, linear key, or just type key and use the same color key. All right, click on this and double click and click on this and click on this to take out the black, and tolerance goes down all the way down. All right, make it like 40, then increase edge feather a bit like that. Okay, increase it like 5.2. Make this like maybe 50. Okay, and make this like 10. All right, so by the time we do that, you see it does all that. Okay, fantastic. Now if you take it off, you see what it is. If you take it back, you see. So we can increase this feather as much as we can. All right, and yeah, make edge tint to like 0.2. Okay, it won't have anything that's less than point. Just make it 1. Okay, make it 1, so the edges won't be black. We just need a little blood spill, not much, something like that. Okay, nothing much. So we'll keep this. So we're going to take this, click on Y, take Y and click on this anchor point, press V, and now press W to rotate, and rotate it here, and press V again, and we can just put it somewhere here, and press W to rotate it again. Okay, put it there. All right, then again we'll have to parent it to the neck track. All right, so that we have something like that. Okay, we don't want to see it beforehand, so we're going to shorten this file. Yeah, shorten it here so it doesn't appear before the time it needs to appear. We'll cut it off to this point so it just shows off here. And again, we need to now apply this mask to the head. Okay, so we have to click on this guy. We would press Ctrl D to duplicate him, and click on matte, visible layer, and we're going to select his rotoscoped head and body to cut off some part of this. So deselect this and select garbage mask, press OK, and create AE masks. Create AE masks, and watch it. It creates the mask. Then we can take the mask and everything to be above everything. Okay, now that should cut him off. If you press this, you should see the mask. All right, so that shows the mask here, but we need to make it a little bit more refined. So press M twice, and all the mask options comes up, and we're going to make the feather to be like, click on feather, make it like 5, or make it 15. Okay, make the feather 15. Then mask expansion, we can make it say -5. Good, so that's gets it where it is. Then we can close the mask, and so now when we play this, you see it has that quick thing happening there. Okay, boom, like that, and boom. Oh, by the way, sorry, the blood burst whole thing, the mask shouldn't be above it, the mask should be below it, so it still shows off. All right, no, not the blood burst, sorry, not the blood burst. The mask should be above it. The bleeding animation thing should be above everything, so it still shows off. Okay, the mask is there to cut off the blood burst and the blood that will be on the wall, so it shows up like that. All right, so this blood burst, we just want it to stop here. We don't want it to keep showing and all that. So by highlighting this, press Ctrl Shift and D to cut it. Press the delete that side. So we'll have this right now. Have this. Good, but for this blood burst, we need to add some kind of blur to it. So we'll come in here, we'll type in blur, and we'll come in down here and get Gaussian blur. Okay, double click on it and increase the blur, as much as you want, and can make it like 30. Yeah, so that way it still cuts off the black thing you're seeing there. So blood happens that way quickly, so you pull, and that's, so we can still come in here, type in curves to make it a little dark. All right, bring the blood a little bit darker so you can match with this other one. Yeah, so we have our bullet hits. Now the next thing is to add the blood splash to the wall. So I'm going to take this blood hit and bring it in here. All right, and no, not this. Be careful what you drag. Click on this and okay. Oh, sorry, the blood hit is here, so we'll bring it over here. Okay, and bring it down here, and we're going to go ahead and scale it up. Press S to scale, and press, scale it by 250. Yeah, and just copy these same settings from this blood burst. Come here, all this color key, Gaussian blur, and curves. Click, hold Control, and click all of them. Press Control C, come to blood heat, and press Control V. Okay, you see the whole thing happens there. And you can come in here and you can take it there, and you can as well do what you want to do. Darken. Oh no, all this up. So we can come in here, and from this color key we can reduce the effect a little bit to get more of some gory details in it. All right, make it like 10. 10 is fine. Okay, 10 is fine. And Gaussian blur, and this as well, but the Gaussian blur shouldn't be up to 30. It should be like 20, or maybe like 10. Like 10 is fine. So get these things, and we'll place it behind the head as well, behind the mask. Okay, the mask is this. We need to call this mask, so we can know how to right click, type mask. Okay, so we'll place it behind him, and that's it. So we have the blood hits here. Bring it down so that we actually, once this hits him there, we'll just bring it a little bit so that at this point, boom, it gets there. Now the blood hit we get is here, so we need to click on this and drag, parent it to the wall track so it follows the wall. So once we do, we get boom like that, and it goes down the wall. Okay, it goes down the wall, and I think the blur is too much. The blur is too much. Just make it like 5. In fact, we move Gaussian blur, make it camera lens blur, because the camera should be capturing it, right? Camera lens blur, and yeah, take it up before color key and all that. Yeah, you see the whole thing happening, and below color key is fine. Now you can use other techniques to get the black color out, but I want us to just know how the technique works. Okay, so this is it. The blood stays on the wall, boom, like that. You can make it like this, yeah. You can bring it in here, and again you can make it, bring the anchor points. Click on Y, bring this here, and press S, and press the keyframe to add this is 250, so we'll make it 0 here, and we can come here. Okay, you know what, bring this up a bit, adjust this here, and here, around here should be, make it 250 here. So the idea is for it to grow, but not grow so slow that people notice it. It just grows so fast, so that once you watch it, boom, like that, but it's growing so slow. We're noticing it. We shouldn't notice it. We should bring this a little bit here. Yeah, bring it a little bit here. So just use one frame and let the growth happen within one frame. Boom, boom. And for that, we need to click on this and click on motion blur so we don't notice anything. All right, so right now, so far, if we click here and bring this down here and here to watch and click on preview, so you see, that's how you do that. Okay. I don't want the blood hits to actually have a motion blur, to have any camera lens blur. It's so blurred out. Okay, I don't want that. Or you know what, you can either have it like this blood splats hits there, but I think this whole thing is, we need to make it full quality so we can see the full quality of the blood. Good. So see the full quality of the blood. So that's it. So we'll do that and we'll have this done. Now the final thing we need to do is to add a tracer round to show the bullets coming into hit. So what we do is we press layer, press new. Okay, let's click on this actually first. Press layer, press new, press solid, and change the color to something bright like light. Press something like this. Press OK and press OK. Now what you need to do here is just to hide the layer, and we're going to draw a mask, something, just maybe something like this. Use this, something like this, and draw a little something like this, like a bullets round. Okay, a little something like that. Yeah, press V to go out. Then when we come back, we'll see this. All right, now we need to, once we select this layer, look at where the anchor point is, press Y and drag the anchor point to be at the body of this, because we need to animate this. Okay, press V again. Now what do we need to do? We need to first of all put off this and change this from 2D to 3D by pressing this, and now we're going to make it animated like a bullet. Okay, so we'll drag this down here, drag it way back at this point, and before the impact happens, yeah, just between there and here, we need to drag it all the way to his neck. All right, the bullet goes on a straight line, so all the way to his neck, and yeah. So on the next frame, just on the next frame after that, we should disappear. The whole thing should just disappear. All right. So press Ctrl Shift D, cut it off, and press delete. And you can do. Oh, sorry, we didn't add a keyframe. We need to add a keyframe. Okay. So before you make that, you need to come in here, go to this, press P, press position, click on this to add a keyframe on your first position. Then where we want this, sorry, this is not the right keyframe, so we need to start from here. When we're looking at him, press position and come to the point where you want the impact to happen. Now he's beginning to feel it. Now drag it all the way where you want it to be. You can see now there's a keyframe, that's why there's a line here. So drag it all the way down there across his face, but bring it down to where the bullet actually hit him. All right, let it be a little bit slanted. Okay, maybe a taller guy actually shot him there. Then if you watch it, you see the bullet actually travels, hits him, and so after it hits him, we want the bullet to just disappear. So go to the next frame and press Ctrl Shift D and delete that. Go to the beginning again. First, before the first keyframe, Ctrl Shift D, and delete that. So we'll have our bullets, click out, we'll have our bullets flying and hitting him, okay? Flying and hitting him. Now, to make these bullets more pronounced, we are going to go to glow, go to effects and this and type glow, double click on stylized glow, okay? And you can see our bullet is glowing. You can see that. Good, 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 good. You can make it like 50. Click on threshold to be like 50. And click on feather from the mask F to open up feather. Click on F to open feather. Just feather it like 5 or maybe 10. Make it 10. Okay. Now, if you look at it, it's glowing, right? So last thing we need to do is to click on motion blur on this and we are done. We have a tracer around. Okay, so now we have something that strikes him in the head. Okay, if we want the color to be a bit orangey, click on the layer, go to layer, go to solid setting, and change it to however you want it. Maybe a little reddish, orangey, reddish, something like that. Yeah, that should be like a hot fire thing. Yeah, and we have that. Okay, if you want it faster, if you want it faster, if you want it to go faster, press P, hold Alt, scroll, and bring this in a bit more like this. The more you bring it in, the more faster it will go. Okay, bring this forward, the more faster it will go, and slice it up. Now you don't want this to show here, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and put it below the mask, so it goes behind. It goes behind him. Yeah, it goes behind him, and you see what we have here, right? But it's going to be so fast. Boom, 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 like that. All right. Okay, I think we actually had this thing wrong. Okay, we had this wrong. Let's get the whole thing to come forward again. 1, 2, everything, everybody comes forward. Everybody forward. Everybody comes forward. Blood heat, blood burst, all of you guys forward. Yeah, so we have this. Yeah, I think my stuff didn't track properly, but we'll just use him for now. We'll use him that way for now. Unless maybe we'll just get him back a little and yeah. So that is how you do it, guys. So it hits, but we want this to hit the right way. So click on this and make it come down. Sorry, make it come down to hit at the right trajectory. Okay, it hits in the right place and the guy is shot. Okay, unless maybe we can cheat a little bit and make this go back a little, back a little. Yeah, so that we don't get. So yeah, all these other guys go back, get back, get back, get back. So by the way, all these things happens fast. So this is how you actually get shot. You get, it's not how you get shot. This is actually how you shoot someone on the neck, and he stays dead. Okay. So guys, let me put this on the full quality. So this is how you get shots in the neck. This is how you get someone shots in the neck in VFX. One final thing I'm noticing, which is just standing out for me, is the bullet hole, like this white thing that is there, this shiny thing. We can just click here, double click on it to go into that layer, and you see this. You can just go ahead and just paint it out. Right. So how do you paint something out in After Effects? We'll click on this and we'll just click on okay, let's just let's use clone stamp. Click on clone stamp and double click on it to open up its layer. And you know what, let's just click on brush. Okay, let's not use clone stamp. Double click on it and its brush. Then we can just hold alternate and select this eye tool and start to brush these areas. Okay, you can start to brush these areas red so that we don't have that, that standing out color that is disturbing. All right, when someone watches the clip, just brush out the edges. Okay, problem. I have to put off this and this. All right, if we press E and click on paint, you'll see that there's actually no paint layer applied here. So we're going to just come here and I'm going to click on this and paint this whole area, this white area I'm seeing, so it can actually apply it. Okay, so you see the long line here means that the paint is applying. Okay, so the more you let go of your hand, the more of those layers are going to be there. So paint as much as you want. This is because I use this particular bullet wound hole. But if you use something that doesn't have this white thing, better. Good. So I have all these things. So if I hold shift and select all of them and drag all of them way back, that should cover my whole thing. All right. So if I press this, it should not be there anymore. So it should not be there anymore. So you see the bullet wound now looks more like a bullet wound, right? Fantastic. So that is how you fix the problem we have there. So that when you shoot someone, the person actually stays down. By the way, activate all the blurs that you added so that it looks, properly. It looks good. So guys, so this is how you actually create a proper gunshot to the neck bullet hits in After Effects. So with your proper gunshot sound effects, this should be able to go for a quick gunshot to the neck bullet hit. All right, it's nice talking with you guys. I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section and we'll take care of it from there. Have a lovely day, guys.